Frodo?
What, Sam?
What's the answer to this question?
Oh, Sam, I can't help you.
What is it a transcendent anyway? It's nothing unnatural, is it?
Gentlemen, might I remind you that there be no cheating on this final exam, or you shall not pass!
Good morning, students. Welcome to school. Remember, the thought of the day is...
I'm looking for my sons. Oh, they went on a quest. But don't worry, I told them about the map, I told them about the gym, I told them about the curse. I forgot to tell them about the curse!
The what?
Your boys are in grave danger!
Sure.
Welcome to Ecology 101. Let's say the nerd and geek in their natural habitat. I'm Gary.
It's Rudy. John. It's Aaron.
And Aaron. Hey, and we are the Knights who say... Neek! There you go. That's a weak Neek. All right. And we are, well...
I don't want to wake up the neighbors.
Nice. He's like, Neek. Anyways, we are on Zoom today, so if we sound a little funkier than usual, we are still in COVID. Of course, I can hear Aaron's birds in the background there.
I'm going to try and hit inside.
That's going to shoot down a bird.
You hear that? That's nature.
That's nature, yes.
No,
Welcome to our... Right. There's something on his shoulder, too. Just checked already. He's like, what is that? But yeah, today we're going to be looking at a movie called Onward, which came out. It's a Pixar movie, correct?
Yes.
And since we do hit fantasy, we want to represent the elves and orcs and guys out there too. So John will be happy, right? It's not just him and the squirrels, so we're good. And check out this movie. Of course, when I first saw it, I love Pixar movies. That's just me. I like because a lot of them they're animated, but they have a message to them, and they usually have some depth. And I think this one definitely does have one too. So. And I think all of us have seen it except for Aaron, who's running around. I can see my screen. He's blocked out there.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. But Onward is... it did pretty good. Let's see. I'm trying to look on my Rotten Tomatoes. I don't see it on here. But a lot of good characters in that one. It was, Chris Pratt and Tom Holland played the main characters. Yep.
This is
Ian and Barley.
One of the first movies that went... the direct to on demand.
Oh, it did.
So it only spent 2 weeks in the theaters, and then COVID-19 happened, and I think that was one of the first major decisions of movies being available at home.
Oh, okay.
So
we are seeing some changes.
It started kind of the chain reaction of these these studios that were releasing just so they can kind of recoup some of that.
Right.
Because I think if you look, I looked at it when it first, I think after the first month, I think the budget's like $300 million or something like that, but I think it only got like $80 million in the theater.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And so that's what started the decision of, well, we need to try to recoup as much as possible. Let's get it out to homes because nobody can. All the theaters are closed.
Right.
So I think it got like an additional like 150, almost 200. So it almost recouped what it was supposed to get.
Nice.
Later on, I think Trolls came out like a month later, and that broke the record for on-demand sales.
Wow.
So it kind of starts this chain reaction of how the studios see on-demand sales. So it kind of
whole different.
I don't know. I think it'll change the future on how movies are put out.
Sure.
You try to put it out in theaters because that's how you gain a lot of that money flow is because you're getting
well, it's really visible.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is that people are very ingenuity. Have a lot of ingenuity. Figure out how to make it work, right? And we got to see it, and it was great. So that's awesome. And it's fun.
I heard AMC is going to sue Universal because Universal took all their major on-demand movies.
Oh,
Wow.
how
Disney kind of just push their dates out so they can try to support.
Right.
theaters once it opens, but Universal just dropped a lot of their schedule to on demand.
Wow. Well, so we're going to see a lot of change.
I don't know about any other theaters, but I just heard. I know AMC was struggling with this, and it decided to try to sue Universal Pictures.
And on that note, I'm going to tie it back to the movie real quick. On that note, what we're introduced to is a magical world, right? And it's all the stuff that, for Chris, I kept seeing this going, this is John Pepe, because it had just all the fantasy elements and things going on, and was funny.
Who was I?
What?
Who was I?
Who are you in that? Barley. Yeah. Definitely.
Sorry, it's just your stance is, here, chin up, elbows out, feet apart, back, slightly arched. Okay, how's that feel?
Great.
Oh, one more thing.
Barley.
Okay.
And who knew all this Dungeons and Dragons stuff. But what was fun was they showed you a history, and I'm going to tie into what Rudy said too. They showed you the whole history of a typical fantasy world with, you see your, centaurs and all kinds of stuff, wizards and things like that. And where things turned was, the wizards are the ones that help people out. They were helping the distress, all the things happen. Well, people want to take shortcuts. And then all of a sudden, some guy came up with the idea of a light bulb, and it just went nuts, right? They go, oh, we don't need magic anymore. And so what happened was we see now their modern world. So they got cars, and they've got electricity, and fantasy and magic is kind of like, it's become...
It's like Dungeons and Dragons meets Zootopia.
Yeah, pretty much it. And what's funny is a lot of people have forgotten it's their history, right? So for Fantasy World, it's their history, so they've forgotten their past and thus forgotten who they were. So that's kind of where Onward is. And then we meet the two brothers, Ian, which is Tom Holland's character. And I think is he turning 16 or 18? I don't remember.
In times of old, the world was full of wonder and magic. But times change.
I'm a mighty warrior.
Morning, Mom.
Hey, birthday boy.
By the laws of yore, I must dub thee a man today. Kneel before me.
That's okay.
I have a gift from your dad.
I want to say 16.
Yeah, and they're a single. The father's died. We don't know how, but he never met his dad, and so Barley knew him for a little bit, and it's a whole thing about. They, on his birthday, find out that the dad was not an accountant. He was a wizard in secret. And he gave them the staff, and the whole idea was that they could do a spell to bring him back for one day to get to know who he was. So it's the whole journey of discovery, find out who your parents were and maybe some things from the past and who you are too. So it had teamwork, right?
Teamwork.
Yes.
The family is not, it's brothers are family as much as...
Oh, yeah. Huge impact. Oh, it's got some great twists in there. Pixar always has great, because you think, okay, this is where it's going to go, right? And it's like, ring, they put a twist at the end, which we'll get to, too. But, and so spoilers, too, if you have not seen... Sorry, Aaron. How much should we say? Because he's like, oh, my gosh, don't tell me that.
It's fine.
It's okay. I'm being a sponge, right? So you're kind of our audience that hasn't seen it yet. Yeah. But what's fun about it is watching... I don't know how to explain it. It's sort of like... What I saw on it was, but that bird's really loud. Anyway, there's our nature right there. It's a perfect example, right? The magical world coming into our podcast. But one of the things that the older brother was sort of, and that's the Chris Pratt character, he's totally into, the game, whatever game they played. I don't remember what the name of the game was, but it's like a Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons type game, yep.
Yeah, and he knows
everything about it.
Everything. He knows everything about it. The other brother, Tom, Ian, nothing. He's just like, what's up? So it's sort of like...
He's more concerned with becoming
an adult.
Or having friends, right?
Yes.
That's
and not be the nerd.
Well, he's more into the world that's there now.
Yes.
Right.
And he goes to meet those, the cool kids. He starts to talk to his brother, rolls up in his junky van and starts yelling at him. He's trying to ignore it.
Right.
So he's trying to be the sort of the cool kid and fit in with, these people in that society.
And the nerdy brother's going to mess him up.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But in a way, I thought about this as Stranger Things because the kids are really into their Dungeons and Dragons, right? They were like the kids off to the side.
Girls came along.
What's that?
They were till girls came.
Right. There it goes. But what's funny was all those nerdy things they did actually saved the world, and it was like, so I felt like that here too. was that the brother knew the key to solving this problem was to know this not important thing, right? Dungeons and Dragons. But he's like, no, this is how you do this and do that. It's like he had a key to solving a problem that people thought, they didn't know that some of these things that we think are not important later become important.
He just said to give you this when you were both over 16.
No way! It's a wizard staff. Dad was a wizard.
What? Your dad was an accountant.
There's information that looks useless, but no, it's not. So, and you could throw faith in there too, right? A lot of people to discount the practical world, and then how do you apply these things from the past that are still applied today? And the brother was doing that the whole time. Sometimes you got to step out in things and take on challenges that are bigger than you, and you can do this, right? And taking on the abilities that you're given, that are the unseen abilities. So it was very cool. It was just like there's a good matching of don't forget your history, don't forget your past, because it could help your present. So, and there you go, and remembering. But it's I thought it was well done. They had some really good. Like I said, Pixar always has an ending where you're like, wow. Go ahead.
It has that dynamic of the family structure. It doesn't
Yes.
have to be just the straight mom and dad and the children.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that nuclear family. Exactly. That's not
right.
what we live in.
So they had I think it was the centaur was a boyfriend or fiance. I can't remember.
Yes, the police officer. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So they gain respect in him as far as his role in this new family structure.
Yep.
And the older brother
Was the father figure.
Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ends up being the father figure that that he wants or that he had yearned for.
Right.
And it's kind of like where people come to find out that when they don't have a father figure in their lives, and they come to their life in Christ, they realize that they've had a father the whole time.
Yes. And when your eyes get opened up and you go, oh.
Yeah, and they find comfort and solace in that.
Yeah. And you appreciate the people in your life.
That's kind of what the older brother does with the older brother, kind of like his older brother's always been trying to look out for him.
Yes. Yeah, he has memories. He starts remembering. What's that?
What are they supposed to? I'm looking at it. I'm like,
Okay.
So what are they?
What are they supposed to be? I think they're like elves.
That's kind of what I got.
I think they're elves, and the magical elves, but they have everything in here. They have. What's funny is imagine taking the fantasy world but put it into today, because I think they have cell phones, right? And they have pretty much all the amenities they have. And what's funny about this was it's almost like there's a lot of elements of things like I even think of like Indiana Jones in here, where his dad was a relic from the past in his little book about finding the Grail, but Indiana Jones realized, what is it? The penitent man must pass. He was like applying those things from the past today because we need that. You need that magical world, the faith. I didn't want to mix those up too much, but what's fun is part of you got to go on a quest, right? And what's funny is, if you can look up his van was like his chariot, right? This old dusty van, but he had the unicorn on the outside. It was like the thing was a piece of junk, but it was his, right? And that was his adventure.
That's how my wife feels about me.
Yo, run down, man. That's right. You might adventure.
That's my van.
You know what? It'll do.
That's right. It'll do. Yeah, that's right. And the funny thing is, and that's what too is that he's that young adult. He's finding himself too. So they both had their story arc, right? But what's funny was there's the direct route, and he goes, no, the quest is there. Like the dangerous route, and it's not always
the little brother could say like, just take the highway, it'll be quicker, right? Just take the highway, it'll be quicker.
No, the road of death or whatever, right? And then they go to find the Manticore. The Manticore is the one that sends you on the quest, right?
Bar, that restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, it was really more like a Chuck E. Cheese, right? And the thing about it was, but they stirred. The great thing about it is when one person can ignite other people's, their faith or their quest, right? Their mission. And the Manticore, she forgot who she was too. She was this powerful creature, and she'd become now like the hostess, right, of this hotel. And everything was very,
These Griffin nuggets were supposed to go out minutes ago.
That's the Manticore?
Oh, great and powerful manticore.
Whoa, sir, you're right in the hot zone.
And she kind of came out of her, and the mom did, right? And the stepdad, who became, right? They all they remembered who they were, and they weren't. And there's been some other movies like that too, where you come back to the world had become very complacent. Hey, where we are now with COVID, right? Very complacent, very run of the mill, and look at the world stopped. And it kind of got a lot of people are rethinking, hey, where's my life going?
Hopefully it wakes people up a little bit.
I think so, yeah. And maybe some people have lost their hope. Change in perspective. And sometimes that happens, and it's a shock to some people. Some people, it's just like, wow, I was asleep and I'm awake, And I think that's, the funny thing is, I tend to be the big picture. I sometimes think, sometimes like a movie like this comes along, and of course, I'm a writer, so I get like sometimes it comes along at the right time.
What do you write, Gary?
Sci-fi, man. That's right.
You read a book about chronology?
Right. Two books.
Chronochromocrons.
Chronology, A Fistful of Crontons, and the second one is called How the West Was Warped. Yes, so they're...
See how the West was warped.
Yes.
So got a cereal and a Western.
And a Western, that's right. But the thing about it
That
is...
title never gets old.
No, I know.
It never will.
He goes, I'm getting hungry already, man. I want some Crontons. And I'm going to get you on that. I'm going to make a cereal. I'm going to make that cereal, and I'm going to send it to you, Rudy. I'm going to do that.
Nice crunchy bowl of Crontons.
Oh, yes, right. That's right. And the bowl never runs out because, it's like replenishes itself. There you go. It's kind of like Thor's glass of beer. Right? Anyway, so the thing is, it's refilled. But the thing is, the bottomless bowl of cereal. But I think, things... Okay, I'll do time travel for a second, and maybe fantasy, but, things... And history, right. Things come along at the right time. And I think I was telling my daughter this, and I'll tell Aaron this too, but all of us have gone through crisis in our life that have changed and moved us in a different direction, right? I grew up, for me, it was, I think, Desert Storm, because I was like, end of high school, starting whatever, and it was like one of those world-shaking things, like, whoa, is the world going to end kind of thing, right? And we all go through those things that change our perspective and direction. And
Gary, you were like in your 40s during Desert Storm. What are you talking about? I was in high school.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Wait, which is the one George
Yeah. He was a president in like 88, bro.
It was one of those Middle Eastern issues, man. Okay.
You were like a grown man with children and a career.
Okay, does this make had to be late.
It wasn't even a thought yet.
Then what was going on? What was going on in '84? Something is going. Anyway, the deal is.
I think you're thinking of the Korean War.
No, not that.
You were in high school going.
Oh, you're so bad. You are so bad.
You gotta be careful.
Anyways.
In the subject line of this episode,
okay, so time.
It's about Onward, where it's about the Korean War, and maybe Desert Storm.
Maybe Desert. The thing about it is,
because they're pretty much back to back.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so the thing is, things drop in a certain time and they affect it, and I think this movie is a perfect time because people are making that choice. Go back to finding their direction. Maybe it's shaking up their worldview. I don't know, right? And maybe getting back to some things. Some back to basics. And this world at the end that these boys are in, it definitely changed because people realize, hey, there should be magic in the world, right? This whole thing. And remembering their past, maybe for us, it's remembering where our country came from, right? And remembering our history because we have a very rich history. They did. We do. Maybe that's where we need to move onward, not backwards, not sideways or sideways, right?
I think that's
the name of the movie.
Sideways.
You and your sideways thing. Wow. It all connects somehow.
So Onward, I think that's what they're trying to say. Look, the dad is basically like, you need to move forward now.
Right. Let me go. Move forward.
Let me go. It's done.
Right.
It didn't work out the way we planned. We didn't get to spend the day together. I never got to see Ian, right?
No.
But you can tell him what I had to say, and now it's time to move forward.
They all got parts of him. And together there's a whole, right? That they all understood him because the boy Ian. One of the things the dad was, he was half a pair of pants, right? He has half his body, but he could talk with his feet, And they had this whole little communication thing. What's cool is Ian got the whole thing at the end, and he realized his brother was the other half. And got,
Yes.
it's a beautiful thing. And aren't we supposed to represent our parents? And
No. Not at all.
The best parts. The best part. No, not at all. You don't honor your
maybe
dad.
The best parts.
Yes. Well, we get the worst parts too, man. I'll tell you.
Well, I know, and that's why.
I know.
It was my when I was thinking about kids at one point in my life. I'm like, I'm gonna mess this kid up.
Yeah.
But you hope that they don't get all the bad parts.
I don't think Jacob will let you mess him up.
Oh, he will. Trust me.
He's been influenced enough.
Yes.
The way he talks about himself.
Oh my gosh! In third person. There you go. Yeah.
No, he's not Carl Malone.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to where the children, kind of think that they have to, kind of live either, the way that they were taught by either their mother or their father, whether that dynamic is. But then as the parent, you're thinking, well, no, you have to live, your life. You're your own person.
Yeah. Right.
But yet they've got everything from you.
Yeah, sometimes there's that there's that attachment where they have to live up to their parents' either expectations or their successes. And, and the only thing in the parents' perspective is, well, I just don't want you to repeat my failures.
Okay, and that's it. Sometimes we need to break a cycle too, and that's very important. So you can learn from your parents.
Aaron, this becomes important with choosing a mate to break cycles. I will tell you that.
Right.
What do you mean?
Choosing the right mate to make sure that you break whatever cycles in your life.
The negative
you
ones,
need to break.
right?
Any negative cycles.
Learn from parents' mistakes.
And you go, when I choose a mate, needs to be
like in your marriage.
A good, yes, exactly.
Right.
Like pick it because they're the right mate, not just because you think they're pretty or something like that.
You have to have the character, everything about them.
They have a good character, and you're like, look, we're still going to mess up kid, but we're going to do better with our kid than maybe my parents did with me or her parents did with her or whatever. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Well, and here's something too. I'm not going to rat on my daughter, but she met someone. I'll tell that story. What's that?
Well, yeah.
What's that?
I want to be like a...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's how I introduced myself to my wife.
Wow. Hello there. Hello there. Thank you, Obi-Wan.
She's like, I
could see you doing that though. You and your so Rudy.
Good credit.
Right. Ready.
That's important. That's way more important.
Rudy has that story about almost playing the Star Wars music at his wedding till someone ratted him out, right? But
I did end up having Star Wars music.
Oh, good. Okay.
It was after the wedding.
But that was your Star Wars pickup line, right? Hello there.
Yeah. It was when they were introducing us as husband and wife as we're going into the dinner and the party afterwards.
Yeah.
It was the throne room song.
Okay, you still got it.
Is she allowed that?
Not during the ceremony, though.
See, you got to do things behind your back too sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's from this great composer from the 1800s.
Yeah.
1800s. Wow. He's not that old, but
you
yeah.
gotta do some things behind your wife's back sometimes.
In the 20th century.
Sometimes you just gotta twist it a little bit.
Yeah, you just manipulate, just slightly, not like Sith manipulate. Okay, you don't have to go that far.
Roy, and that's good advice from nerds. That's right. Don't go the Sith route. That's right. Do the and don't do the
Jedi mind trick.
Right.
Exactly.
On the weak-minded. Then you know
this is
if
not
you.
the song you think it is. You're gonna like this song. You'll be like,
You will love it. You will enjoy it. That's right.
It's got trumpets in it.
And that's for heroes. It's all good, right? This is a very heroic moment. But that though it's good though. These guys, believe it or not, actually give you some good advice about choosing relationships, right? And the thing is, I'll give you one. I was telling my daughter about is go through a struggle with someone, because one of the things is it's really easy on a first date to have that nice plastic self and whatever, and you put on your best thing. But when you go through and I tell young people, take time, and if you go through a struggle or an issue together, that really the plastic comes off. You see who they are. You see how they handle stress, and that's how it was with Laura and I too. We went through right at the beginning. She had he had an ex who hated my guts 2 weeks after we dated, and that really.
How can anybody hate Gary?
They did. I don't know.
That's not possible.
It's right? It happens.
The devil in
Oh, Rudy says, he goes, I can hate you. It's all good. I got it. And the thing about it is, because, trust me, that's not a lie. Anyways, and the thing is, but it pulled us together, and you get to see their real character in struggles. And I tell you, that, because I've had the opposite. We have a relationship where it was all, and then when trouble came, it all fell apart.
Ian Lightfoot is fearless!
This is amazing!
Yeah, but just keep going. Don't look back. Just straight ahead.
You still got the rope, right?
Yeah, I got it.
That is my chunk of advice for you to go onward.
My
As,
buddy went backpacking before he got married with his wife for like 10 months. They went backpacking
10
for
months.
South America.
Wow.
So they got a few.
BO and all, right. Wow. There you
That's
go.
tough, right?
Yeah. Get to see the
So
real
it gives you
person.
a feel for what that person is like, You do have to go, before you jump into marriage, you
Mm-hmm.
want to go through some things with that person and see what kind of character they have.
Yeah. Build a friendship on top of
Set
that.
the apartment on fire and see how they react.
Yeah.
There you
Are
go.
we going to get the insurance?
Rudy said, work for me.
What kind of person are you? Because we need this money. Are you an arsonist or are you not an arsonist?
Right.
Find out if she has superhero powers. Would she go to the Lowe's and get cinder blocks and break them?
Right.
If she would, that's your girl.
Or even better, find out she works at Lowe's and then you got a discount.
I need her to work there so I can get unlimited cinder blocks.
Yes, exactly. And then you won't be a criminal.
And you have to clean it up. They have people to pay for that.
She'll conspire with you to steal them.
Oh. Maybe you'll even build something with it. Oh, what a
What?
You can give them back after they're broken. It's not
It's not Walmart. Come on.
Vandalism.
Wow. There you now we know. Now we know the truth. Are you ready to go onward?
Yes.
All right. I think so too. Why does it only say we record in 7 minutes? That does not sound right. All right. Now, anyways, I'm doing the Ron job
Messed up,
today.
huh, Gary?
No, I know we're good. It's actually, hold on a second. Here, talk to the kid for a second. Do you guys have any advice for this guy? I just got him in the mail the other day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
The child. I know.
How much did that cost you, Gary?
Nothing, because it was a Christmas present. I don't know.
That came out of your budget.
It cost somebody.
Oh, it came out of my budget. Here's the deal. He's okay. I thought
If
too.
you have a Christmas budget, what would you like?
Right. I'm gonna plug his ears for a second. Hold on, so he can't hear me. I know this is not the cutest one out there, so I went ahead and I looked online, and sadly, he's the cutest of all the other ones because some of them are pretty. So he's not. He doesn't have fuzz, but he's cute in his own way when you hold him up and the whole thing. And how do you not like, right? How do you resist
Your
that?
daughter is like moving out of the house.
Replacement.
Need a little baby Yoda.
I know.
Some people buy a motorcycle.
I think it
people
is
buy
necessary.
that old Camaro that they had when they were a teenager.
Not Gary. He's like, I'm gonna get a Yoda baby.
I told Aaron if we start doing YouTube, he can be your mascot. You can take him with you on trips. So I teach him. You're teaching the child, right? Here's how you build a lightsaber.
That thing's 50 years old. He knows already.
No, he's not. He's not talking yet. So I don't know, man. Something's up. He's got a journey ahead of him too. So there you go. When he talks, it'll be like, what? What did you say? Say Ada Shone. That was Ron's first word. Anyway.
So Onward was good.
Onward was good. I think they did a great job on it. Pixar. I know we're bringing. Hey, you know what? Don't even give me a hard time. You guys are always getting off track. I'm the one pulling back on track, so I don't want to hear it. Anyways, but thank you, Rudy. Thank you. Thank you. It can happen. Yeah. Thank you.
I can't tap them or anything.
No, exactly.
Oh yeah, there's always
Reach to the screen. Hey, no, I tell you
The
something.
nice part of Zoom is Gary can't touch you.
Can't touch this. I can touch your screen. There you go. Gotcha.
It can't hurt you anymore.
It can't hurt you anymore. All right. Hey, no, Rudy, you got some good DC. Our friend DC was on our last couple podcasts, but he gave you some props. Like, you're a good bridge between the two of us. You know, you can kind of go either way with, the humor or whatever. But so you.
That's why I'm always trying to pull Rudy to my side.
Good glow.
That's why I'm
Nah.
always in the middle.
The middle is a safe place. Right, there you go. That's right. If more things were in the middle, we would be doing all right. So,
No, we wouldn't.
except your arms get really long because they got to pull you different directions. But with Onward, yes, I think I would recommend that movie. Again, with Pixar, and I would love to do one day just Pixar. I don't know if they even fits with our fandom, but the thing is, there's a lot of movies in there that are got a good themes in there. The Incredibles.
I love The Incredibles.
Yeah, and even the second one, they did a great job at it. I mean, I would love it. I'd love to do.
The second Incredibles was good.
Yeah,
I liked the first one better, but I thought they were good.
It even got better. Yeah. Well, even someone told me the Clone Wars, the animation got better too.
Power. We were talking earlier off camera about what your power would be.
Right.
Be pretty good.
You'd be popular at parties.
Friend zone power.
Friend zone. Frozone.
Can you make like snow cones?
Yeah, why not, Rudy? Right, instant.
What's Frozone?
Frozone freezes everything, right?
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Oh, no.
In the summertime, you'd be very popular.
Ice cream. No.
Ice cream. So.
No, because in the second movie, I mean, he becomes a bigger character and shows his powers a lot. So
what else did he do different? He did he can fight, but he just all the things he can make with ice, right?
Was that Samuel L. Jackson's character?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Did a good job. But so Pixar, I think it would be great to do a tribute to them sometime because their movies always have. Well, they're like us. We try to do something that's got a little.
Gary, we'll put it on the schedule.
We'll put it on the schedule, right? It'll pop up.
We'll go from timeline start to finish and
every Pixar movie. I don't know about that, but in general, but they're good. And so Onward definitely was. It fit real well within a Pixar. Give you a lesson, give you some entertainment, make you laugh, make you think. Good characters. I didn't know what to expect when I first saw it. I thought, it looked kind of hokey, but
that's kind of what I thought too.
Right, but you know what? We should know. It's like trusting Pixar. There's only one Pixar movie that I thought was the weakest of all, and it'll make Rudy sad if I said it. So, but Brave.
Short Circuit. Oh.
No, Brave. Brave was I thought of all.
Brave.
Yeah. I should watch it again. I'll give it another chance. It was just
like Scottish.
No.
Scottish
it was very Monty Python in there. But anyway, so donkey. So Aaron, I do recommend go watch Onward. I think you'll like it, and then you can go write a blog about it.
Go watch Brave too.
Right.
I like Brave. It's not too bad.
Why are you not doing Brave? Brave was a good movie.
Yeah, Gary didn't.
It's not spectacular or anything, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, it's though. Here's the funny thing: is there's certain certain movies. There's certain movies that if you watch, right, if you watch it, if you watch it with certain, we talked about it before. You watch a movie with a certain person or a certain time, you may not appreciate it, and if you did it yourself, and you come back to it later, yeah. So that's like Ron and Austin Powers. Yes, he didn't like it the first time.
I was telling you about the series Highlander. It just happened at a time where it made me feel better.
Yeah, right.
Was it a great series? No, it worked for the '90s, but you go back and watch, you're like, man.
Right. And Aaron, what's the one you watch? I know exactly what Aaron's was. You watched it at an important time. Was your Twilight? Right.
Oh Lord.
I know.
Look at him.
Don't bring that up.
Didn't he? Gary brought
Got
it
us
up.
through the recession. I'm telling you.
Right. I needed it. It was good timing.
Right? Yeah.
Twilight was there for me.
When I need it the most.
Twilight was there when nobody was.
Nobody else was there. Right.
My shiny vampire.
There you go. And there you go. He's going to come back to help you with Batman. So there you go, man. Onward. Things are moving forward. All right. So, hey, and in light of that. Okay, that'd be awesome if they brought that back. Oh, man. That's awesome.
Never mind.
It's okay. Moving on. He goes, cinder blocks.
Things you're gonna look like Gary one day, and we're still gonna be bringing up breaking.
So so I'm gonna teach you how to use one. You gotta find your word, Aaron. But that's my word. The word "right," I get a lot of that. I can just kind of like that's a pause, and it's also like, oh my gosh, these guys drive me crazy. All in one word, right? So you gotta figure out.
Shut up and let's move.
Try it out. Try it out. Ready? Try it. Say it, Aaron. See, it feels good, doesn't it? There you go.
It's also like the F-bomb in a nice way.
Ooh, nice. Oh, you know what's funny? Okay, I'll do another plug for my book.
Gary's like Palpatine, just trying to second his next apprentice.
Use them up, throw them out. That's right. I'll suck your life force out.
He'll be 40 years old and be like,
Right.
Somewhere Gary's getting more power.
Gary sympathizes with Twilight, so I'm kind of on his side.
He does. He's like, Anakin, I can bring people back from the dead. You can overcome death. And you're like, Twilight? Yeah. You like Twilight? You Palpatine.
Nice.
And like, don't listen. Be part of the Jedi Order over here.
And they have cookies.
Story, the sympathizer isn't really the big guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's just manipulating you. Aaron.
Oh man.
See, now we brought everything into Onward, didn't we?
But that's what you always do.
Star Wars.
That's the whole problem with us is that it's a fandom universe is all collides.
We brought Sideways in.
From the side. That's right. So. Nice. Though.
We got to do a Sideways episode.
We do.
Can you figure out how to tie it into nerd stuff? I don't know.
Fandom.
Oh my god.
We're drinking cheap Merlot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll tell you. Anyways, all right. Well,
let's wrap it up.
We're ready to move onward, forward, backwards. And as Willie Wonka could say, sometimes you got to go upward, downward, and sidewards, right? So, and that's where the goes. But we're moving forward. That's the important thing. Even with COVID. So onward, right? Onward and upward.
Like the movie.
Yes,
like the movie.
Onward towards our next podcast.
Right. So we're hopefully getting through COVID. This is one of our COVID episodes. So you know what? And it's kind of fun to see everybody on the screen. So I know you don't see that, but it's entertaining. So I'm still Gary.
Still ready.
Still John.
Still Aaron.
And class is dismissed.
Over time, magic faded away.
In Onward, the world gave up on magic in favor of everyday conveniences. And in that world, these two teenage elf brothers have a magical opportunity.
It's a wizard staff. Dad was a wizard.
To meet their father, who passed away when they were young. Unfortunately, it goes wrong.
It's just legs. We only have 24 hours to bring the rest of them back. We're going on a quest.
Thanks for listening to Necology 101.
Thanks, everybody.
If you like what you hear, hit that subscribe button and stay up to date with what's new in the fandom universe. You can find Necology 101 on Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, or wherever you enjoy listening to podcasts. We love to hear from our fans, and your input helps make the show possible. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at God Among Geeks, or you can contact us at necology101class@gmail.com. We know you have a lot of fandom choices out there, so thanks for including us in your universe. Because we are the knights who still say, Nick!